Hey guys, welcome back. It's day 8 of the challenge. Today we are going to be doing some standing, strengthening and stretching poses. We're going to be working on the hamstring stretch, which has a couple of variations. I'm going to give them all to you. I like to have my hammock a little bit higher for this one because I have long legs and tight hamstrings, but it's up to you. So I have mine just slightly above my hip bone, but your choice for today. So to begin, root down through your left leg. We're going to bring the leg up and into the hammock, and the ankle is going to rest in the hammock. The right hand is going to grab onto the hammock in front of us, and we're going to inhale the left arm all the way up and exhale, fold at the hip. So really rooting down through the left leg. I like to keep a little bit of a soft bend in the leg so that you don't overstretch the hamstring, which is really important in this position. And just breathing into the back of the hamstrings, hinging at the hip, really rooting down through the left leg and pulling back on the right hip. So this is going to feel really great, but again, we don't want to get any injuries in this position. So just keep that little soft bend in there. And obviously the lower that you can go towards the knee, the deeper the stretch is going to be. But just take it to wherever you feel comfortable today. And when you're ready, you're going to slowly roll it all the way back up. There is another variation here where we can part the silks and we're going to pull back on the reins. So it's just going to lift the leg a little bit higher and get a little bit deeper into the back of the hamstring. So again, we're going to fold our nose towards our knee, and the more that we slide our hands down the fabric, the deeper the stretch is going to be. So again, just working within your comfort levels, depending on how tight your hamstrings are, will dictate where you want to be in this. This is definitely a stretching position, although we are strengthening by balancing on our left leg and rooting down through that as well. And slowly rolling it up whenever you're ready to come out. I also always like to add an attitude shapes here, so we can slide the hammock down into the arch of the foot. The right knee is going to open up to the right hand side. Again, strong through the left leg and just pressing the hips forward. You're not having to go too far here to get a nice stretch in the outside of that right hip. For some people, you might not feel a stretch in this position, and for you, this will be more of a strengthening position as you're balancing to stay here. I am definitely feeling that stretch in the right outer hip. So I'm just going to breathe into it, send the breath there. Make sure we're not bringing our shoulders up towards our ears. Shoulders are round back and down. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can press a little bit more forward with the hips. But again, just going to your own comfort level. I always like to go slightly deeper just before we come out of the stretch and then pull it back into the center. Whenever you're ready, you're just going to release the leg. And in the transition in between each side, I like to give the legs a little shake out. And you can go ahead and repeat that on the other side. So again, coming towards the ankle, left hand on this time, rooting down through the right leg. Inhale, bring the right arm up. Exhale, fold it down. And you might find you're tighter on one side than the other, and that's completely normal. So just acknowledge. And sending the breath into the hamstring. You can slowly be working your nose towards your knee as you're in the pose. Depends on how deep that you want to get. And always drawing back this left hip so that we're not all twisted. Hips should be nice and square. Don't forget we have the other variation with both hands on the fabric, little bit of a deeper stretch. Really nice offering for those that want to go deeper. Rooting down. Sliding the hands down if we need to get that deeper stretch, the ultimate deep stretch. And for many people, this will be a work in process, getting the knee closer to the nose. It's not a race. We're just listening to our own body and going at our own pace. Bringing the torso back up, sliding the fabric to the arch of the foot, letting the left knee hang out to the side, this time for attitude, pressing forward. Again, if this isn't feeling like a stretch for you, maybe this is more of a stabilization posture, which is also a great way to work the legs and the core. For many of you, this will be a stretch in that left outer hip. And staying nice and strong through the leg that's on the ground. Let's not forget about it. If you want that last little press forward, nice and deep, send the breath where it needs to go, and bring it back towards the midline. Release the foot, and give the legs a little shake out. Sometimes I like to take a mountain pose after that, and just observe the effects. On the hamstrings, you usually feel a lot more room and a little bit more open in the back of the legs. Thanks for joining me for our standing stretch, for our hamstring stretch today. I will see you next time.